everyone. Myself Bhumi Patel, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Instrumentation and Control. Today's our topic is move function in the unit number 13, data handling function. Okay, so first of all, what is the ladder diagram of the move function? Now, what is the application of the move function? So, in the PLC, if we have to move some data from some source to destination, that time we have to use the move function. So, for using the move function, we have easily sent the data from one location to another location. So, the ladder diagram of the move function is very easy. We have to take one input, enable input. In the block format, we have to use some source and destination. What is the source? At which place we have to we want to send the data, and destination. This is my final destination for this particular data. And if all the data will be moved from source to destination, that time my output goes on. Okay, so this is the ladder diagram for the move function. We have generally used the block format whenever we deal with the move function. Now this is the block format, and most important thing is the command for the move format is MV0063. As you remember, we have to study in the arithmetic operation, addition, subtraction. That time we have to write the command for the addition. So whenever you move the data from one location to another, we have to write the command MV. Okay, so this is the block format whenever we use the move function. Okay. Now next is move timing diagram. Whenever we use the move function, the example is given move timing diagram. So here one move function is given, input is given, source address is given HR0051. What is the HR? HR is known as the holding register. Okay. Now IR is given in some place. What is the IR? IR tends to input register. OR tends to output register. Okay, and in some cases they will give on in the source or the destination address like this manner OG. So what is the OG? It is the output group. Okay, so source address will be HR0051. Whatever data is given in the source address, that will be transferred to the destination address, and the address of the destination is given HR0101, and the command of the move instruction is given 0071. Now here they will be write the insert 7 seconds. That means in the source they will decide the preset value. As you remember, in the timer we have to write in the block format some preset value and the destination address. So the value of the HR0051 in this bit address, the address is like this manner, that is become the 7 seconds. So you have to choose the address of the source such type that you have to satisfy your timing. Now the next will be again input is given IR000A, and the source and destination address is given. Source is given HR0052 and destination will be HR0101. Again move function is given. Now we have to insert 15 seconds. That means in the address HR0052, the binary number is like this manner, they become the number of 15. Now we have to move. Okay, so for that we have to compulsory use the timer. And what is the block format of the timer? So in the timer we have compulsory use the 3 input or the 2 input. The first one is the input, then the second is the enable, and the third one is the reset. We have to use the enable and reset combined. So here you can see that we have to use the timer run and enable pin. Now what is the format of the timer? We have to use the preset value that is stored in the destination address. If you have to noted that the destination address of the two rung will be same. Okay, so we have to take the preset value from the destination, then we have to store this preset value for this particular register HR0201, and we have to use the timer, and command for the timer is TS0073. So after execute this program, we can get in the register value, and the output will be on after 7 seconds and after 15 seconds. So this is the example of the move timing example. For that, we have to compulsory move some data for this particular source to destination address, and after that we have to use a timer function. Clear? Now the next one is the here the safety purpose we have to use the interlock, because here you can see that we have to use the same destination for this program. So which destination will be first at this timer function? So for that, whenever the first rung is executed, the second rung will be compulsory off, and whenever the second input is on, the first rung will be off. So this is the interlock provided for the safety purpose. Now the next example is the move addition program. Whenever we draw the move function for addition of the two data, so our first target is we have to move some data from some location to the another location. So for that, same instruction use that is used in the timing function. Here we have to use one block format for the move function, and input of the move function is IN001, and the output is suppose move 001. And what is the format of the move function? We have to use the source and the destination address. Suppose source that is 0051 and destination HR0201. Okay. Now next data, again we have to move some data, because for the addition we have to require compulsory two data. So again we have to use the move function 02 move 02 and source address and the destination address. Source will be HR0052 and destination will be HR0201. Here the address of the destination will be same. Now we have to add some data from source 1 to source 2. So for that we have to use the addition function. Okay. So for that we have to take one input. The command for the addition is AD01. Okay, now we have to add some data. So we have to take source from the destination 1 HR0201. Here we have to take 0202, and the destination, sorry, for that addition we have to take operand 1 and the operand 2, that is equal to HR0202 and then destination HR0203. Okay, so whatever data is given for these two operand 1 plus operand 2, we can get the answer. Now what is in the move addition function? So whenever we add some data for the first to second data, we can get two things. Whenever we add the two data, we can get the two things, sum and the carry. Okay, so we have to save, or we have to store the data from the sum and carry for this particular location. So for that again we have to use a move function MV03. Suppose IN03 is the input, and we have to use the source address like this destination address HR0203. Okay, whatever data is there. So here source data is HR0203. Destination that we have to choose 0204. So this is move for the sum addition. Now if the carry is generated, we have to also set the carry for this particular location. So same we have to use the move function. This is my source, this is my destination. Source will be same HR0203 and we have to change the destination address 0205. Okay, so this is for carry. Why we have to use to move function? Because if we have to add 8-bit data, 2 plus 8-bit data. So my answer will be 8-bit or more than 8-bit. Okay, so we have to store the 8-bit data in the some destination and then the carry generated will be in the move for the another location. Same thing if we have to add 16-bit data plus 16-bit. So we can get the answer 16-bit plus the carry. So for that we have to use to move function. So this is the program for the move addition program. So first of all we have to move some data from the source to destination, then take the data from this destination. This is my operand number 1 and operand number 2, and after that we have to use the add instruction. So operand number 1 plus operand number 2 and we can get some data from in the destination, and then we have to move this destination data from this particular location. Okay, in exam if they will ask move addition, if they will ask move subtraction function, so simply you have to change only this command subtraction. Okay, if they will ask the multiplication, so you have to change the command for the multiplication, then you have to multiply the 2-bit and then you have to compulsory save the answer for this particular location. So using the move function we can easily send some data from the one location to another location. Okay, now we have to move one register to another register. Now in the next session we will study about the number of data from one location to another location. Thank you everyone. If anyone have doubt then contact me in my email ID. Thank you again.